Hi class, today we are going to learn how to apply the Pythagorean theorem to real life examples. Before we start with the first example, we need to remember one thing, that all of these word problems will create a right triangle. And in that right triangle, it's asking you to solve for a missing side length. And when you have a right triangle and you need to find one missing side length, that's when you use Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Before you start with any of the word problems, it's important that you draw a diagram. So what I would like you to do is pause this video, read the question, and try to draw your own diagram and find where that right triangle is. So the question's asking, your new flat screen TV is 24 inches wide and 28 inches tall. What is the diagonal length of the TV? So I'm going to draw my television, and it's telling me that it's 24 inches wide and 28 inches tall, and it's asking me for the diagonal length of the TV, which by the way is how they measure when you have a TV that's 50 inches, 60 inches, 20 inches, it's always from one corner to the other is the diagonal length is how they measure it. And because this is a rectangle, if this side's 28 inches, then this side must be 28, and this side must be 24. And if I look very carefully, I notice that this is made up of two right triangles. And so if this is my right triangle, and I have this side length, which I could label A, and this side length, which I could label B, or I could do it B and A, it doesn't make a difference, my unknown side length is C. So once I label it, I can figure out that I need C, and I can use the Pythagorean theorem to solve. And then you write the formula, you plug in the values, you solve the exponents first according to BEDMAS, you square root to get C alone, you calculate your final answer, and you write your therefore sentence. In our second example, a cat is stuck in a tree. You lean a 10-meter ladder against the tree to save the cat. The base of the ladder is 2 meters from the base of the tree. How far up the tree does the ladder reach? So I would like you to pause this video and try to create your own diagram of what this scenario looks like. Okay, so here I drew my tree with my cat stuck up in the top. And it says that you lean a ladder against the tree to save the cat. So there's really only one way to draw a ladder that's leaned up against the tree, and it's like this. And it's telling you that that ladder is 10 meters. It's also telling you that the base of the ladder, so the bottom of the ladder, the base of the ladder, is 2 meters from the base of the tree. So the base of the ladder is 2 meters from the base of the tree. If you notice, like all questions, it will form a right-angled triangle. So this is our right-angled triangle. So here, here, and here. Then you continue on with a regular Pythagorean theorem question. You figure out which one's A, so this could be A, okay? This could be B, but remember A and B doesn't really matter which one. And then the 10 meters is your C because that's your hypotenuse. When I have a missing side length, which is B, how far up the tree, does the ladder reach? So that's going to be the length of B. I use Pythagorean theorem to find the missing side length of the right angled triangle. So I know A and I know C and I need to find B. And if you're not sure how to solve this, please refer to the former video, and it's example number 2 in our last video. And once you plugged in the formula and solved it, you figure out that the ladder reaches 9.8 meters up the tree. So if this is the base of the tree, 9 meters up is where the ladder is going to reach on the tree. You leave your house and walk 5 kilometers due east to the ice cream store. Now I know due east sounds weird, but it's the way that people say directions. So before I even start, if this is a north, south, east, west question, I'm going to make my little diagram here, and if you forget the order, I always remember never eat shredded wheat, okay? And you basically are just going to draw the map of what's happening. So you leave your house. You started off at your house, okay? And you walk 5 kilometers east. So in the east direction for 5 kilometers to the ice cream store. From the ice cream store, you walk 6 kilometers north, to your friend's house. So this is your friend's house. Okay, I'm going to make an F for friend's house. It's asking you how many kilometers will you have to walk to get directly back from your friend's house to your house, okay? And once again, this has created a right-angled triangle. And once you have your diagram and your right-angled triangle created, you can label which one's A. Okay, so this could be A, this could be B, and then your C is your hypotenuse, which is unknown. And once you solve it using Pythagorean theorem, you can figure out that from my friend's house directly back to my house would be 7.8 kilometers. For our last example, it's asking us to find the area of the following triangle, and we know the formula for area of a triangle is area equals base times height divided by 2. So we know that we need the base and the height of the triangle. My base, which is here, we already know 7 plus 3 is 10. So our base I can already put in as 10. But my height, which would be from here to here, is unknown. If you notice, the height and the other side lengths of the triangle make a right-angled triangle where we know 2 side lengths, but we need to find out the third side length. And when we have the right triangle and we need to find out a third side length, we can use Pythagorean theorem. So once I fill in Pythagorean theorem, I figure out that B, the side length of B is 4, which means my H is really 4. And now I have my base and my height, and I could fill it into my formula. So 10 times 4 as my height divided by 2, and the answer is 20. And you would put units if there were units. Thank you for watching. Please enjoy this picture of me trying to scare my nephews.